Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on July the 16th, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So in terms of the news here, we just had the Powell speaking. So again, Powell basically said the same thing that he did before. Coming up, though, we have Bank of Japan monetary policy statement. And this is where we, again, the important thing that we are paying attention to is what the commentary is. Are they going to tighten the monetary policy or not? So Bank of Japan will be important, and they have the press conference here as well. So generally we see an impact from when the monetary policy statement comes out, and then second one will be from when the press conference happens. And then after that, we also have, so not CPI numbers here. So CPI, we saw the CPI numbers went up for the US, and as a result of that, US dollar shot up. So we have to keep the same in mind here for euro as well. If the CPI numbers start going up, in that case, that will be a positive thing for Europe, because it will mean that ECB will be forced to tighten the monetary policy. So this is important. Other than that, a retail sales number here, as well as the consumer sentiment numbers will be important. So any of the positive numbers will result in this being positive for the US dollar. Okay, so moving on to our charts here, we'll start off not with outlook charts. We'll start off with euro dollar here. So with euro dollar, we did see that price went into this previous support resistance level and then bounced off of this. Overall, it's still following that overall bearish trend here that it established previously. So in this case, bias is bearish. We are looking for price to go down further. And in terms of a pullback, we could look at 1.1820 as a potential pullback level, and then looking for a drop from there. So bearish bias still. First target is 1.1770. And then below that, we have 1.1740. So bearish bias here for euro dollar. Pound dollar, this also looks bearish. Price has been going back and forth. It did bounce off of that resistance level, and it's coming into support. So this is where we have to be careful. Last time price was here, it did bounce back up. So watch out, but bias is bearish and looking for price to drop further. 1.3740 is the target. So bearish bias for pound dollar as well. Aussie dollar here, this also has been trading in a range, and as we can see, price couldn't go through the resistance, came back all the way into the support. So now we need to see a bounce or a break through the support in order for this to continue. Overall, though, trend is still to the downside. So looking for a continuation of that trend. In this case, the target is 0.7370 is the first target. And then we have 0.7330 is the second target. So bearish bias. One thing we need to watch out, though, it's right into support. And last time it bounced, so watch out for that. But bearish bias for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar, this one as well, looking neutral. Actually, this one's neutral more so than Aussie was bearish, but this is neutral. Now, the reason New Zealand dollar is neutral is because of the monetary policy statement that we saw. So New Zealand, Bank of New Zealand is open to raising rates and tightening the monetary policy. And this is why New Zealand dollar has been stronger. But we have a large pin on top, and which means we could see a turnaround. So watch out for that. Right now, it's been trading in this range for quite some time. So right now, looking for price to drop down a bit. 0.6920 is the target here. Bearish, neutral to slightly bearish bias here for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD, this is looking bullish. It is into support resistance level, so just watch out for that. And this is where we are. So this is a good support resistance level, but there is this next level, 1.2650. So bullish bias here. Target is 1.2650. So bullish bias. With the dollar CAD here, two things that have been working against the dollar, or dollar CAD, or Canadian dollar, I should say. So one is oil price. Oil price has been dropping, which is bad for Canadian dollar. And the second one is US dollar has been strong. So that's pushing this one up. So it's a bit of a double whammy. But right now it is bullish for dollar CAD. Target is 1.2650. All right, silver hasn't really done much, but it did close a little higher. It is into resistance, so be mindful. But right now, it's slowly trying to make its way higher. If it gets through 26.40 or 45, then it will turn bullish. For now, though, neutral. I'm more on the neutral. Once it crosses through this at 26.45, then we will look at 26.75. But until then, today's candle close is completely neutral. Gold here, gold also traveled in both directions here. Right now, neutral bias here, still has that bullishness to it, slight amount of bullishness, but watch out. If it doesn't go through the high, we could see a turnaround here. So right now, bias is neutral for gold. Oil here, oil is looking bearish. Next target is 70.20, back into the support. And then we are into 68.50. Copper is neutral as well. As we can see, price has been going sideways here. Right now, looking for a move towards 4.32, but then expecting a move back into the range. It's been stuck in this range for a number of days now, and I'm looking for a continuation of that pattern. So bias here is neutral. Bitcoin is pressuring the support level here. So price is into support. Multiple times it has been in this level, but still putting pressure into it. So bearish bias here. Once this breaks, we could see we could see quite a decline. So keep an eye on that. Next target here is 28,850. And then below that, we are looking at 26,000. So bearish bias for Bitcoin. S&P 500 looking bearish here. Next target is 4,300. So bearish bias for S&P 500. Nasdaq also looking bearish. In this case, the next target here is 14,630. This is a nice bearish engulfing candle. So looking for a continuation to the downside. And then Dow Jones here, this one does have bullishness in it. So I'm looking for price to retest the high at 35,000, but it may come into trouble there and we could see a decline. So in this case, I am neutral on this. It does have that slight bullishness to it. So watch out for that 35,000 level. So neutral bias for Dow Jones. DAX looking bearish here. Price is into support, so watch out for that, but looking for price to come back down. Target is 15,450, so bearish bias for DAX. FTSE also looking bearish. Next target is 69.50 for this. And then last but not least, we have Nikkei. Nikkei also looking bearish here. 27,600 is the target. So bearish bias for Nikkei as well. All right, so that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day and an awesome weekend. I'll be back again on Sunday. Bye for now.